Hello everyone. In this video, we shall discuss the solutions for 1.3 of number systems from your NCERT textbook. So let us begin. The first question says, write the decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. So here basically we need to find the decimal expansion and also we need to tell which kind of decimal expansion it is. That means either it is terminating or it is going to be non-terminating repeating. Why? Because everything has given to you is going to be rational. So rational will be having only two possibilities, either it has to terminate or it has to non-terminate repeating. So non-terminating repeating. So these are the two chances. So just let us find the first one, 36 by 100. So clearly in the denominator there are only zeros followed by 1, so directly we can do it as 0.36. So as we know, when we are dividing with the powers of 10, we will be moving the decimal point towards our left. So here initially we will assume decimal point here. So 1, 2, two places. So 1, 2. So we have to move it. So the answer is going to be 0.36. Now which kind of decimal expansion it is? It is going to be terminating. So the first one is going to be terminating. So I have told you one more way of checking whether it is terminating or not terminating repeating. Just to take this 100, prime factorize it. So which is our denominator. So if you take 100, so 100 if you prime factorize, it is going to be 2 square into 5 square. Just you do it and see for yourself. So 5 square is 25, 25 into 2 square is 4. So 25 into 4 is going to be 100. So in the denominator, if at all there are only powers of 2 or only powers of 5 or both of them together without any other factor, then it is going to be terminating. So in this case, if you see, this 100 is going to be 2 square into 5 square. So clearly it is going to be terminating decimal from this particular method also. So since we have been asked to find the entire decimal form, just you have to find the decimal form, and from the decimal form just we can say that it is going to be terminating. Now just let us move to the second part of the question, 1 by 11. So actually we know how to divide this 1 with 11 and all. So we will write as 1 followed by 0, 0 and all. So just by default we can assume as many zeros as we want. So like this, and we are dividing with 11. Okay, so just when you just carry out 1 by 11, so just carry out the decimal expansion for this one. So 0. So we can take 10 now. So now this 10 is not divisible by this 11, so one more 0 will take 0.0, then it will be 100. Now 9 times 11, it will be 99. So as in this method, just we will follow it and I will find the decimal expansion for 1 by 11. So it is a clear case of long division only. Just perform it yourself and you will come to know that it will be 0.090909 as such. So this is going to be the decimal expansion. So here the first one is terminating, and when you move to the second one, it is 0. So if you do this particular thing, it will be 0. So here just make a correction, 0.09 it is going to be 090909. It is non-terminating recurring decimal. So this block of 090909 will keep on occurring. So that is why, so this fits in the definition of rational number also. Why? Because for a rational number, the decimal expansion has to be either terminating or non-terminating recurring or repeating. So this is going to be the kind of decimal expansion for 1 by 11. Now let us move to the third one. So it is going to be a mixed fraction. First of all, convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 4 1 by 8 means what? So 4 into 8, 32, 32 plus 1, 33, 33 by 8. So for this 33, just we need to divide with 8. So just perform the normal division and that comes to be 4.125. So since it has ended, okay, that is going to be terminating. So without doing division, how can you tell it will be ending? Why? Because see here 8, how can I write 8 as? So this 8 can be written as 2 cube. So when I just prime factorize the denominator, if I find 2 powers or 5 powers or 2 and 5 powers exclusively, then I can say that it is going to be terminating. So from the denominator itself I can say it is terminating, but we have been asked for the actual decimal expansion, we have to perform the long division. So it is also going to be terminating in nature. Now let us move to the fourth one 3 by 13. Just to perform the division, just you will find that it will be 0.230769 230,769 like this. That means this block of 230,769 230,769 it will keep on repeating. That means can I write it as 0.230769? This entire block will be repeating. So that is going to be the decimal expansion for this 3 by 13. So why? Because after this 9 again this block will appear, again this block will appear. That means it is non-terminating for sure, but it is repeating. So that is the kind of decimal expansion for 3 by 13. So clearly see, in the denominator there are no 2 powers, there are no 5 powers, there are no 2 and 5 powers together. So that's why definitely it is going to be non-terminating repeating. So what is that repeating block here? This is going to be 230,769 230,769. Keep on repeating. Now this one 2 by 11. So see, here we can do one thing. So already we have found that 1 by 11 is equal to 0.090909 like that. So just you take double of it. Why? Because 2 by 11 is same as 2 into 1 by 11. 2 times 1 by 11 is nothing but our 2 by 11. So either you can just multiply this entire thing with this one, or just we can find it. You will come to know that it will be 0.181818, and it is also non-terminating recurring. Why? Because it is 0.18 bar. 0.18 bar this is going to be. So that is our fifth one. Sixth one, see here, just we have to divide this thing with this one. So you know how to divide with decimals and all. To perform the division, it is going to be like this. So how we actually come to know that it is going to be terminating without this particular division? See this 400. This 400 I can just factorize it as 2 square is 4, 100 is nothing but 2 square into 5 square. So see here, it is going to be overall 2 power 4 into 5 power 2. That means in the denominator, whatever it is there are 2 powers and there are only 5 powers. The combination of 2 and 5 is there in the denominator. So for sure it is going to be terminating. Suppose if at all there is one more number, prime factor along with them, which is not 2 and 5, then it won't be terminating. In that case also it will be non-terminating recurring. But since here we have only 2 powers and 5 powers, it is going to be terminating. So this question is actually of long division only. So we have to perform the long division and we have to identify the decimal expansion. The second question says, you know that 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857 bar. That means this block of digits, the 6 digits, are going to be repeated again and again. So can you predict the decimal expansions of 2 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7? So this has been given to us and we have to identify without actually doing the long division, and we are asked to tell how it is possible. So yes, for sure, suppose 2 by 7, how can write it as? 2 by 7 is nothing but 2 into 1 by 7. 2 times 1 by 7 is nothing but our 2 by 7. So like that, 3 by 7 can be written as 3 into 1 by 7. So that means we know already what this value is. What this value is, actually this block has been given. So we need 2 times of it. So just we have to do one thing. So just you take the number, whatever it is there, this decimal part. So just you take this one without bar and multiply with this integer, this 2. So you will get this one. So just we can keep the bar for this, like. So here bar has been not kept, just we have to place bar also. Why? Because in all these cases this block of digits are going to be repeated again and again. So simply this has been given. So we have to multiply the thing with this particular 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. So like that. So 6 by 7 will be equal to 6 into 1 by 7, 6 into 0.142857. So it is going to be your answer. So we can actually find it. Why? Because 2 by 7 is nothing but 2 times 1 by 7, and this 1 by 7 value already has been given to us. So when we know this one, why to calculate it again by long division? Just we can perform the multiplication of this block and this 2, and we can find the answer to be like this. So we can find all the values in the following method. So we shall move to the next question now. Express the following in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers. So basically decimal expansion has been given and we need to convert them into the rational form. Already we know how to do it by process, and also we have discussed a shortcut for the same. So let us try to do with both the things here. So the first thing here is going to be 0.6 bar. So whatever it is given to you, always assume it as x. So let x is equal to, so this 0.6 bar is nothing but 0.6666 like. So now just multiply. So for how many digits after the decimal point there is bar? For only one digit. So now find what is 10x. So what is 10x here? If it is for 2, we will be multiplying with 100 here. So it will be 10x means 0.66666 and all. So after the decimal point, 6 keeps on repeating. Now this first one, just remove it from the second equation. It will be 0.666 and all. So when you subtract it, 10x minus this will be 9x. It will be, this entire thing after decimal point will get cancelled, and 6 minus 0 will be 6. So x is equal to 6 by 9. So it is going to be 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is the rational form for this particular expansion, decimal expansion. This is going to be a rational form. So that is the answer for the first one. So let us look at the second one also now. So here the second one is 0.47 bar. For how many digits there is bar? For 2 digits after the decimal point. So as usual, we will assume our x to be the given number 0.4747 like this, 474747 like this. It keeps on repeating, just we have to place like this. So for how many digits this bar is there? For 2 digits, just make it as 100x. So 100x is equal to, we know that the decimal point will move 2 places to the right. It will be 47.4747 like this, and so on. Now whatever the first equation is there, subtract it from the second one. So we have x is equal to 0.4747 and all, and subtract it now. So from 100x's we are subtracting 1x, we are left with 99x's, and this side it is equal to 47 minus 0, 47, and this remaining part will get cancelled. Then x is equal to 47 by 99. So that is the answer for the second one. Now let us move to the third one now. So third one says it is 0.001 bar. So we have to convert it into rational form. So as usual, so given thing x is equal to, our assumption is going to be 0.001001 like this. Now see, after, for how many digits this bar is actually there? For 3. So just take 1000 now. For 2 digits 100, 1 digit 10, and for 3 digits we are going to take 1000. When you take 1000, 1, 2, 3 places here, so it will be 1.001001 like this. Now subtract the first one from the second one, this one, so it will be 0.001 and 001 like this. So just subtract it now. It will be 1000x minus x is 999x is equal to, this side only 1 will be there. Why? Because this decimal part will get cancelled, and x is equal to 1 by 999. So 999. This is the rational form for these given things. So in our discussion for this particular concept, we have discussed one more kind where a part of it will be repeating and a part of it will not be repeating. Just you can go through it, will understand it much better then. So just look at the solution for the same. So it is going to be 2 by 3, and for the second one, just let me show you the solution. It is going to be 40, just it is 4747. So here just make a small correction. Just we have taken 0.47 bar, but this solution is for 0.47 bar. For this one, this is the solution. We have discussed for 0.47 bar, where our 2 digits are repeated. Now if at all only 1 digit is repeating, what we have to do? So already we have seen this, so let us see it again now. So whatever it is given to you, just assume it as x. So x is equal to what? We will get 0.4, and this 7 is only repeating, so we will write 7777 and all. Now in the second step, what we will do, so just we have to move the decimal point away from the non-repeating. So here this 4 is non-repeating, we have to bring by multiplication this decimal point towards this side. So how many digits we need to move here? 1 digit. So multiply with 10. So 10x is equal to what you will get, 4.777, like this what is going to be getting. So this is 10x value, that is what you are going to get. Now again multiply with one more 10 on both sides. So it will be 100x and this will be 47.777 and all. Why I am doing so? To get the decimal part equal in both these cases. So when I move just one side, it will become 100 and it will become 47.777 like this. Now subtract this 10x here. So 10x, when you subtract it, so it will be 4.777 bar like this. So just do the subtraction here. So it will be 100x minus 90x. So here it will be 90x here is equal to, you are getting 47 minus 4, 43, and this entire thing will get cancelled. And if you want the value of x, just divide with 90 on both sides or send this 90 that side. It will be 43 by 90. That is going to be your answer for this one. So there is a lot of difference between these two decimals. In this block the entire thing is repeating after the decimal point, and in this only one digit is repeating, other is being stationary. That means it is not repeating. So this is the way that we have to do. First of all, we have to take the decimal point towards non-repeating, like I have multiplied 10 in this case. Then after, the method is going to be same. There is one more way of solving the same, just what we have seen earlier. So just we are doing at this step, it is 10x is equal to, this is what exactly we have done while dealing with the concept, 4.777 like this. Now 10x is equal to, can't we write it as 4 plus 0.777 and all. Now this 10x is equal to 4 plus, so I told you how we can write this 0.777 and all, it will be 7 by 9, or otherwise we can do it separately also. Just assume it as some y, okay, and just do this particular thing. So we shall assume y is equal to 0.7 bar or 7777 like this. 10y will be how much? 10y will be 7 point something, 7.777 like this. So when you subtract 10y minus y, you are getting 9y this side, and from this one you have to subtract this one, you will be getting 7, and y will be equal to 7 by 9. So we are also seen the shortcut also. So when it is like this, simply take the repeating block of numbers divided by this particular number of 9. Suppose two digits are repeating, you will take 99. Here only 17 is repeating 0 point something, so you will be placing 7 by 9 like this. So even if you simplify in this way, you are going to get the same answer. So this is the method we have seen during our discussion for the concept. So with this, let us move to the fourth question. X plus 0.999 in P by Q form. Are you surprised with your answer? So with your teacher and classmate, discuss why the answer makes a sense. So here basically it is nothing but 0.9 bar. So the method we know already. So it will take 0.99 as x and you multiply with 10 on both sides. You will be getting 10x is equal to this much, and as we know how we can write it as, it will be 10x is equal to, when we get 10x and x, when you subtract it, so what you will get, x is equal to 9 by 9, you will get it as 1. So but our answer given thing is 0.9999 and all, why you are getting 1? Are they same? So just remember, when you keep a bar for this 9, this 9 keeps on repeating, so 99999, so it will be approximated very close to this one. So that's why we are getting the rational form for this particular 0.9 bar as 1. So there is nothing wrong in it, both are very close to each other. That is the reason why you are getting this x is equal to 1, which is the rational form for this 0.9 bar. So I'm not discussing the method. Why? Because already we know how to just take this decimal expansion into the rational form. So with this, let us move to the fifth question now. What can be the maximum number of digits in the repeating block of decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Perform division to check your answer. That is what the question is asking. So here just perform the division for 17. So 1 is our what we have to dividend, and 17 is going to be our divisor, and just we have to perform the division. It is 0 point, so you take 0 here. Again it won't go, again we'll take one more 0 here, so it will be 17 into 5, it will be 85. So 85 you write it here, and the remainder is going to be 15. Just you take a 0 now 150 it will be. So 8s are, so already we wrote 5 here, 8s are. So like that, just you keep on doing the division. Okay, now you will see that after actually 16 places, okay, after 16 places the block of these digits are going to be repeated like this. So see, 0 5 8 8 2 3 5 2 9 4 1 1 7 6 4 7. This block of digits will keep on repeating. So after this, see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Again here comes 0 5 8 8 8. So since it is a rational number only, why? Because p by q, p, q are integers, the decimal expansion has to be either terminating or non-terminating repeating. There is no way that it terminates. Why? Because in the denominator there are no powers of 2 or no powers of 5. So for sure it is going to be repeating. After how many digits it is starts repeating means, so after a block of 16 digits it keeps on repeating. So for this 1 by 17, just you do this entire division, you will come to know that after 16 decimal places again this block will appear, again this block will appear like this. So this is the solution for 5th question. Just we have to do the long division, nothing else, and we have to identify the decimal block which is which keeps on repeating after this particular decimal point. So the 6th question says, look at the several examples of rational numbers on the phi by q where p and q are integers, no common factor other than 1, having terminating representations. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? So basically the question is asking about, in the denominator what should be there such that this entire thing of the rational form will terminate. So already we have seen in the denominator there has to be 2 powers or 5 powers, or 2 and 5 powers together without any other factor. So this has to be alone, or this has to be alone, or these two has to be alone. So see here, this is 4, it is nothing but 2 square, so only 2 powers are there, it will terminate. It is, just I have taken some examples here, 21 by 8. In the denominator there is 8 can be written as 2 power 3. So that is why only 2 powers are there, it will for sure terminate. Again 4 by 5, it will terminate. So in the denominator, if 2 powers are there, if 5 powers are there, or 2 and 5 powers together are there. Suppose if it is like this, in the denominator there is 30. If 30 is there, I can write 2 into 3 into 5. So suppose if I take a decimal expansion of 1 by 30, it will be terminating or non-terminating repeating, we have to tell. So for sure the decimal, if you take the prime factorization, it will be 3 into 2 into 5. So here 2 is there, 5 is there, but along with that 3 comes into picture. So that is why it is not going to be terminating in this case. Only these are the cases. In general, we have to get 2 power a into 5 power b. So where a and b are integers, that is what we have to have in our denominator to make sure that our decimal expansion of the rational number is terminating. For other cases it won't terminate. Always it will be non-terminating repeating for the rational numbers. So let us move to the 7th question now. Write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring. So just we can write any number you want, but make sure that whatever you write, the pattern after the decimal point is not going to be repeated. Suppose you take the numbers like 0.01, 001, 0001. So like that, if you write in this manner, there is no way that you miss the things and all. So just make sure that we have to write decimal expansions non-terminating, non-recurring. That means you have to write the irrational numbers, the decimal expansions. So they has to be, see here, the first example I have taken 0.65238. There is no definite pattern and all, it won't repeat also. Okay, and if you see this √3 expansion, it also will be, there is no definite pattern for the digits after the decimal point. And you take any random number, but make sure that the decimal expansion or the decimal blocks are not repeated after this particular decimal point. So that is how randomly just we can take the values after the decimal point and we can answer this particular 7th question now. 8th question, find 3 different rational irrational numbers between these 2 rational numbers. So already we know how to find the rational numbers between the rational numbers, but here we are asked about the irrational numbers between the rational numbers. So let us see how actually we do it. So you take the first number 5 by 7 and you find the decimal expansion. It will comes to be like this, and you find the decimal expansion of 9 by 11. That means you divide 9 with 11, so you'll be getting 0.818181 like this. This is the pattern. Now see, we need to identify the decimal forms which are non-terminating, non-repeating and lies between these two. Okay, so just we can write the random values, but our number should be greater than this one and it has to be less than this one. So I will take 0.725, something random number. So it has crossed this one. Yes, it is, just means 5 by 7, there is 5 by 7, and at the other end there is 9 by 11. Why? Because this is the small number and this is the big number. We have to identify the numbers between which are irrational. So we can take any decimal expansion which is non-terminating, non-repeating, but it has to be greater than this one and it has to be less than this one. So you take 0.72, it has crossed 0.71 and don't look at this and all, so it will be 0.72 and all. So surely it will be between 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. So this is one such number. 0.75 like this. If you want to take 0.801, 8001, so like that you can take 8001. This is also non-terminating, non-repeating only, but it has not crossed at this 8.01. see here I have taken only 0.80, but the number is 8.01. so like this we can write random values, but make sure that they are between these two decimal expansions only. So this is our question number 8. Question number 9 says, classify the following numbers as rational, irrational. So let us start first with the decimal expansion and let us identify them. See the decimal expansion for the last one, it is easy here, 0.1010001000. So this is purely a case of dots are like this. So purely a case of non-terminating, non-repeating. So whether it is rational or irrational, irrational for sure. So this is over. Now see, this is 7.478478 like this. So that means this 478 block is repeating. So it is non-terminating, repeating, non-terminating and repeating. So that is why it is also going to be rational. So for rational we have two cases, terminating or non-terminating, repeating. For irrational we have only one case, non-terminating, non-repeating. Now see this one, it is 0.3796. So clearly it has terminated, so it is rational number. So these three questions are very easy. By looking at the decimal expansion of the number itself, we can classify them as rational or irrational. Now just look at the first two questions. It is going to be square root of 23. Now just imagine, can you think of a number on squaring which gives you 23? Is there any such number which will give you 23 on squaring? No. So in that case, any number inside the square root will become for sure irrational. For example, suppose if I take square root of 16. Now immediately you have to think of a number on squaring which gives you 16. Is there any number? Yes, 4 is there. So that's why square root of 4 is there. But if you take square root of 15, is there any number which on squaring will give you 15? No. So this is irrational again. It will be rational, it will be irrational. So in this case there is no such number which on squaring will give you 23. So that is why 23 is not irrational, but square root of 23 is going to be irrational. If you want, just you can perform the long division square root method that we have performed, and just we can see that the decimal expansion pattern is going to be non-terminating and non-repeating. For sure it is going to be irrational. Now square root of 225, just whatever I had told you just now, square root of 225. 225 means what? It is 15 square. So any number is there such that on squaring it will give you 225. Yes, it is there. 15 square is 225. That means square root of 225 is going to be 15. So that is going to be, it has ended, right? Suppose I can assume some decimal point and it has terminated decimal expansion. So that is why it is going to be rational. It is simply a rational number only. Okay, why? Because the decimal expansion has here terminated. So that is why it is going to be rational. Otherwise, just see here, prime factorize this particular 225. You divide with the, so here what you will get actually, if you do so, you will be getting 3 square into 5 square. You will get 3 square into 5 square. So this can be written as 3 into 5 whole power 2 whole square. 3 into 5 whole square. Why? Because when the bases are same, see, exponents are same, the bases are different. We can multiply the here the basis, and we can keep the common whatever the exponent is here, and it is square root. So as we know that square root means whole power 1 by 2. So whole power 1 by 2 means what? This entire whole thing power 1 by 2. So now see, what is 3 into 5? 15. So 15 square whole power 1 by 2. So I am telling you the different ways of looking at the things. So here just 2 will cancel here. So this is nothing but exponential laws again we are using. A power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. So that is why our answer is still 15. So whatever the method is convenient for you, just we can follow it and we can answer the questions. So clearly see the solutions once. See, so root 23, it comes to be like this. So the decimal expansion is non-terminating, non-recurring, so it is going to be irrational. Square root of 225 is 15, so that is why it is in the 15 is nothing but p by q form. It is a rational form, so that is why it is rational. 0.3796 terminating in nature, so rational number. It is 7.478478 like this. It is decimals are reoccurring, so that is why again rational. So but last case if we see, it is going to be non-terminating and non-repeating. That means there is no specific block of digits which are repeating. So even if we see 0 1 0 1 are there, but see it is 1 0, it is 1 0 0, it is 1 0 0 0. So all the blocks are very different here, so that is why it is going to be irrational number. So I hope you understood this particular exercise. So keep reviewing the things. So thank you all.